Hi, my name is Ava Goulet, and I'm going to take a few moments to share with you my favorite way to access my inner wisdom. When I am struggling to make a decision and I'm trying to weigh the pros and cons, and I'm going to friends and family and asking what their opinions are, um, I finally get to a point where I realize I have all the answers within. I just have to quiet myself and allow myself a few moments of quiet time, grounding, and connecting to my higher wisdom to access the answers to the questions that I have. So I want to share this with you today because I find it a powerful tool, and it's to the point now where I am so used to using this tool that I use it just about daily for little decisions, for big decisions. Doesn't matter what it is. This is a tool I rely on all the time. So what is this tool, you wonder? It is my pendulum. I don't know if you've ever used a pendulum before. I can teach you how to make a pendulum out of a button and a piece of fishing wire, or you can make a pendulum out of just a necklace. So I'm going to show you some examples here of simple ways that you can start accessing your inner wisdom, your higher wisdom, even if you don't have a purchased pendulum in your possession. This is just a necklace I have with a heart on it. That is a perfect way to start learning how to use a pendulum. Just take a necklace out of your jewelry box. And I'm going to show you a couple of other pendulums that I have. This one is malachite. It's a beautiful stone. I absolutely love it. And at the top of this pendulum, it has colored gemstone chips that represent the chakras, or our energy centers in our body. This is a clear pendulum with it. To me, it looks like sodalite in it, within it. And that has just a plain quartz bead on the top. This is a clear quartz pendulum. This is one of my old standbys. I use this all the time. And the one that I use daily is my rose quartz pendulum. And this is the one that travels with me. This one's been kind of beaten up a lot. I lost the bead that was on the top to it. I don't even remember what was there, but this is one of the tools from my spirit toolbox that I've had for years and years and years. When I travel, it goes in my purse with me, or in my pocket, in my backpack, in my laptop. This goes everywhere with me, and I use it all the time. So let's talk a little bit about how a pendulum helps you access your inner wisdom. A pendulum bypasses your logical mind, the thinking part of your brain, where you are kind of accessing those pros and cons. It bypasses all of that. And I like to refer to my inner wisdom and my higher wisdom as that connection to source energy, where the logical brain is set aside and I can just tap into my my connection to source energy. So when I first start working with a new pendulum, I need to take some time to learn how that pendulum is going to communicate with me. And it's important for me to ground myself prior to using my pendulum. And when I say ground myself, I'm talking about really centering my energy. And if you're sitting in a chair, you can think of putting your feet flat on the floor and taking a deep breath in. You may want to close your eyes for a moment and sit up nice and straight in your chair. And as you're breathing in and out, Feel this sensation on the bottoms of your feet. We have little energy portals there that are called chakras. And feel the bottoms of your feet and imagine that there are roots growing out the bottoms of your feet. And they're going down into Mother Earth, connecting your energy to the energy of Mother Earth. And allow yourself a few moments to connect to that energy. It's like a grounding cord. When we take time to do this, we're plugging in and allowing our energy to ground with the energy of Mother Earth. And once I've taken a few moments to get my energy grounded, I'll take the pendulum in my hands, and I like to hold, when I'm teaching this to somebody new, I like to hold my elbows close to my sides to create like a stable foundation to work from, like the base of a pyramid. So if I've got my arms held like this and I'm working in front of me with my pendulum, I've got a really strong foundation if my elbows are at my side, as opposed to if I'm holding my arm out here. You can see there's so much more room for moving around. So I hold the pendulum in front of me with my elbows close to my sides, and I ask my pendulum to show me what a yes is going to look like. And as I do that, you can see my pendulum is starting to move forward and back, away from my body, back and forth. And that is how my pendulum answers yes to my questions. And now I'm going to ask my pendulum to go back to neutral. So thanks, pendulum. Now go back to neutral. And you can see how it's just going back to center and stopping. And then I'll ask it to please show me what a no is going to look like. My arm is not moving in the least, but my pendulum now is starting to move back and forth, side to side in front of my body. There you go. So now I have learned how my pendulum will communicate yes and no answers to me when I ask a question. So I invite you to take either a necklace. If you don't have your own pendulum yet, you can take a necklace. You can take a button and put a string through a hole in a button and just use that as your pendulum. But once you find your tool that you're going to use, you can just ground yourself first, anchor your elbows next to your body for stability, and then you can just hold that pendulum in front of you. I'll try the malachite one now. Can you show me what a yes is going to look like? And again, for me, the pendulum is saying forward and back. Thank you. Can you go back to neutral, please? And now show me, it just stopped really quickly. Now show me what a no is going to look like. And you can see the pendulum start going back and forth. So for me, typically a pendulum always shows me forward and back for yes and side to side for no. You may have a pendulum that has a movement in a clockwise direction for your yes or no. It may turn in a counterclockwise direction for one of your answers, yes or no. So each person's pendulum will communicate with them in a different way. But this is how I make many of the decisions in my life. In the course of a day, I will just allow myself to be quiet, ground myself, connect to the energy of my pendulum after I've connected to the energy of Mother Earth, and then I will ask my questions and receive my yes/no answers. So I hope this is a tool that you find useful for you as well. And I invite you to reach out to me if you have any questions about that. And if you would like to explore other tools that we share with adults in our program called Spirit Camp for Adults, please click on the information either below in the comments section or written on the screen, dancingjaguarinspirations.com/Spirit Camp for Adults. Thank you, and I hope you have a beautiful day.